Hi everyone! Last week I was in a video hop and I shared this card, and I promised you all that this week I would show you the technique I used to puff up the butterflies and the heart on the image. And so that is exactly what I'm going to do today. And I learned this technique from a good friend of mine named Sandy Taylor, who is a close to my heart consultant. And we really don't know the name of this technique, so we're just going to call it the puff technique. Let's head on over to my craft table and let me show you how. Before I get started, I wanted to show you that the back is dented in, and that's what makes the heart puff out. And it's the same thing on the cardstock. The back is dented in and it causes the butterflies to puff out. And now I'm going to show you how to make that happen. The tools you're going to need are a mouse pad, which I'm pretty sure we all have one of those. And you're going to need one of these little tools. I think it is called a scoring tool. I really wish I knew the name of it, but it has the little balls at either end, a small one at this end and a big one at this end. Now, if you don't have one of these or you don't want to go buy one of these, something else that works is a pen that no longer writes, so that when you're using this end, you're not writing on your image or on your paper. And then this end here works pretty good as long as you're not trying to work on something really small. So these are the only tools you're going to need for that. If you're going to be using an image, like a stamped image, make sure you color it first. It's going to make life easier, but you can also use pre-colored images or, cardstock that already has a design on it, just like I did with the butterflies here. So just remember, it needs to be pre-colored or color it first. This is as close as I can get my camera, and I realize that my mouse pad is a little distracting, so I apologize. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the skinny end, or it's not skinny, but the tiniest end of my tool, and I'm going to trace around the heart because that is what I want puffed. So I just trace around the edges and then turn it over, and I'll be able to see where I traced. And then I'm going to take the bigger end here, and I am just going to gently, but yet using pressure, go in circles and fill in that area. So now you can see that it's now dented in, and now the heart is raised. So that you could see a little bit better, I'm going to do it on a larger image. And so again, I am tracing around the outside of the image. And you can, decide if you want to do the entire flower or what parts of the flower you want to do. And for this one, I'm just going to do this little flower right here and turn it over, and oops, out of there. And I feel like I need to go over it a little bit more. And so you just do that. If you feel like the indentations you made were not visible enough, just go over it again. Okay. And then turn it over. And again, using the bigger end, so I can get this right where you can see it good. Just go in circles and follow the outlines. Works best with cardstock. With paper, there's always the chance of tearing it, and it just doesn't seem to hold the puff as good as cardstock either. So there it is indented. And on this side, which is hard to see in the camera, but it is raised, and it is just an awesome effect to give your images dimension. I've already done this flower, so you can see the background there. Now I'll show you how to do it on a piece of patterned cardstock, and instead of using that tool, I'm going to use the pen. So since this has polka dots, I'm going to go around the polka dots and make them puffed up. So I've gone around 3 of them. Turn it over, you could see that. And instead of using this end, I'm actually going to use this end with the point up inside so it's not in the way. And I'm just going to use it, go around those little circles. By the way, it's really hard for me to see to do this because once I stick my hand over there in this lighting, I end up with shadows. Okay, so there we go. And on this side, the little white dots are puffed up. And you can do this with any pattern cardstock that has something on it that you would like to have raised. Here's another example. I only did it on a little part of it right here, but you know, maybe you would want the chevron design, you know, every other one or something like that raised. So you can do this on your patterned cardstock. You can do this on images that you have stamped and colored, or on pre-colored images, and it works wonderful, and it's easy to do even if you don't have this tool. Thank you all for watching today, and I hope you have fun using this technique. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.